Sitting by the radio, only static in my ear. Wondering if the bands will bring the voice so clear. If a signal breaks on through, it will spark a Ragchew, fresh and new. Static fades and hopes arise. Silent air now fills with cries, waiting for that perfect sound when a contact will be found. Bands go up and bands go down. Sometimes smile, sometimes frown. When the bands are open wide, when I hear a voice inside, it makes my heart start racing true. When I start a brand new Ragchew.
I love that pause. Good. Welcome, everybody. How's it going?
That's a
Howdy, y'all.
There you go.
Hey.
Oh boy.
I just saw Grouch's name there. Just as it was coming on, I had to laugh. The Eric, I won't say everything, but his first option there on names in the private chat. I just saw it as we were going live, and I was choking on my laughing. Welcome, everybody, from all channels that are joining us tonight. It's going to be a new thing going forward. We've got two great channels joining together to create something new, something fun, once a month, fourth Sunday every month. And so welcome to these guys do their thing on Sunday nights, but it was a podcast. So they were, even though they weren't streaming when we were streaming, they were doing something at the same time we do something. So here we go. Well, so welcome to Sunday Night Ragchew and the 8:30 time slot, guys. Wait,
Well,
see, we can't.
it's all my fault. It says 9:30.
Oh, 9:30. That's right. I forgot. The northeast. Yeah.
The right coast.
Yeah. They're on that wrong time.
Dave,
time by
you
my
may
watch.
be in Missouri, but you can't talk. You got a 6 in your call sign. It's 6:30 out here.
Yeah,
Nice and early.
I got a 6, but no, it's 8:30.
No,
I feel like we need to do tic-tac-toe here.
Yeah. Do we?
I think we need like
Yeah, it's like the big time zone bound.
Hollywood Squares.
like this kind of a thing, like here, here, here. Let's see if that moves anybody. Not doing anything.
There
All
we
right.
go.
Oh,
Finally
there
did.
we go.
A little slow. We're gonna
Here, one
group it
more.
by,
Hold on.
audience.
Hold on. I can't move Todd. Todd, stop resisting. Resistance is futile.
He likes to be on top.
I don't know why. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Tic-tac-toe. All right. Anyway, so it's going to be kind of a free conversation tonight. We're going to chit chat a little bit, and it's going to be open to everybody. I guess I'm the lead tonight, but it's not. I'm not running the show here. We're all kind of going to run it together. So, Eric, I'm gonna send it over to you.
Back in the middle again, man. I don't know. Well, thank you guys for having us on. I think it was kind of, I don't know, serendipity, as they kind of say, I guess the best way to say this, with the, how we were like thinking as a Live Free and Ham crew. We were like, we always miss HR2O's live stream. We miss your Prep Ham Paul's live stream while we're recording. And we love hanging around with our Patreons because we record a show every night on Sundays for our Patreons, which go out the following week after for our regular audience, as well as the stuff on YouTube. But at the same time, we're like, man, we're just, we keep telling our audience, and Paul says this every time and rolls his eyes at me. He's like, dude, we keep saying we're going to do a live stream. And it's been a year since we've done a live stream as Live Free and Ham. And so, yeah.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I went back and looked.
Outside of the shack roast, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So
speaking of Patreon,
we're
did you tell them that we weren't going to be on tonight?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I let them know.
Okay.
The few that do tune in.
The few that watch, they're like, where are these? I haven't gotten any texts, so.
Yeah.
Nobody demanding refunds?
No, well, who knows? We'll have to wait next month. See this quality of this show, what this does. But yeah, no. So yeah, we're glad we're hanging out with you guys. We're looking forward to kind of this little fun, swap of shows every other month, just to kind of mix things up. And yeah, we'll see how it goes tonight. I'm open to any conversation. I know Paul. My gosh, you have literally been on what 3 shows just alone in the past 3 hours.
Yeah, let
Like,
me
I've
make
seen
sure
you on
my
every
wife
show.
doesn't hear that.
Yeah.
'cause, yeah,
Sorry, is she watching? Whatever I just said, strike that.
yeah.
Oops.
It's well, it's the guys I know here in Texas. So Jason's interview, his guest fell through for More Expo, so he invited a bunch of guys on that are going to More Expo, and I was one of them with Bill in chat there, Digital Rancher, Tank Radio, Kyle, who else? I think Freddie Mac. Anyway, there's a bunch of us going up to More Expo. It's fun. So
Oh, right, yeah.
yeah, so I was with him there, and then Tank a couple months ago, he asked if I could kind of start helping him with his stream, kind of as his backup man. So I've been doing that too. So
What's it
I do
feel like
streams
being-
better. I wish I could put more videos out. I just don't. Streaming is easier for me, and I enjoy I enjoy this conversation. You're not really having a conversation when you create videos. I like this.
Oh, I know. I talk to myself a lot. I think I know myself really well when I.
It is. I
make
just need
videos.
I just need a mirror. Like, put a mirror up.
Just watching the videos back, I'm like, man, what were you thinking when you said that? So,
I get
all
that,
good.
Eric.
Yeah,
I get that 100%.
It's
You gotta go
I've gotten to a point with my videos though. Like, I don't know if you've done that, Sean, already yet. You got over that hump where you're just like, you're tired of like going back and chopping out your 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 pauses, all that. You're like, dude, you're just gonna get me the way I talk to everybody else.
That's it. 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. It's
I still I've been doing it for 5 years, and I still had to cut out the ums and the so and the ands and.
I'm
all
supposed to
that.
cut those out. Dude, I
Nope,
leave them
I
all
don't
in.
cut 'em out anymore.
Especially when I
No.
do like a your brain's trying to.
I cut out the
take
big
gear.
pauses, and that's about it.
yeah. I'll cut out the big pauses, or if I'm sitting there having a brain fart, I'll cut that out.
Right.
I wish I could put pauses in. My
Thank you,
brain's
Joey.
already going like 9 miles an hour, and I'm already thinking the next thought.
That's for the blooper reel. The brain farts are for the blooper reel.
Oh man, I give you
Right.
credit for doing blooper reels. I don't have
Exactly.
time to add that to the end of the video.
I do on occasion. I didn't this yesterday because my video is already an hour long. So
I think it's a good addition. I like it.
Yeah.
So real quick, Paul.
Yeah.
Dave, Hillbilly Ham, right over there. Member for 1 month.
Thank you, Dave.
Yes, this is going to be a blast, Dave, especially since you're here. And then Chris, Radio and Live, KD9YSW, member for 14 months.
Chris
This
got his
is a
shirt a
great
couple
thing.
months ago.
Yes, it is, Chris.
So I mean, so far we're already getting some positive feedback, right? And we're spanning across from Texas over to East Coast, and so I think this is going to be good
Well,
too.
Technically, we're going from coast to coast if you want to count that guy all the way down there.
Oh, that's true. I
Right,
forgot.
right,
I'm
you
sorry,
got
Frank.
California
Well, I mean, yeah, you forget about
I'm
me over
sorry,
here.
Frank.
Guy over there.
Oh, you mean
No,
the
Frank doesn't
what's his
count.
name? Oh, Frank. I'm
you
sorry.
said
Grouch,
you,
Grouch is just a moving target, so whatever we need to fill in,
That's
he's
true.
just going to go fill in.
Right
That's
now,
right.
Grouch is
Right.
Texas.
Hey, Grouch, we need Alaska. We need some representation from
There you
Alaska.
go.
he has family.
Eventually, I'll get there.
He
That'd
does
be
have
awesome.
family.
That'll be interesting.
Hot
Speaking of
Bill,
of Grouch in Texas,
let the shenanigans
Oh, okay, sorry.
begin, and the Brocam member for 5 months.
awesome.
I'm just trying to stay on top of things, Paul.
Oh wait, Brocam's a. Andrew, did I get you a shirt, a Razorback? You should have got it 2 months ago. Since we're talking about Paul in Texas, Grouch and I was able to go out and do POTA finally, and had a blast, man. It was so cool to meet.
Yeah.
Well, I'd already met him, but to actually like sit down, we never really had a sit down or conversation or operate together. So we had a
You
blast
look
out
like
there. It was
two
beautiful.
brothers, like separated at birth, like in a lot of. The
I know we
photos I
kind of
saw.
did. His beard is a little bit bigger than mine. I don't think I can grow that nice of one, but I had a blast, man. It was so cool, Paul. So I'm glad you're the one that did most of the
Yeah.
work in driving to Texas. So
I wish I could have taken off work that day. That would have been so much fun.
Hey, listen, when I got to the park, there was already 2 different antennas set up for me to choose from. So, I mean, you took half the work right out of the gate.
Wait, was he okay with that? Because anytime I've done a POTA with him, he's always been there an hour early just to set up on purpose, so I couldn't set up anything else.
Right, you got to stake your claim. You got to stake your
True.
you know, there was
I
one
get
thing I forgot to take a photo of, and I'm so mad because I always like to give props to James at Quirky QRP for the mammoth mat. We both have the same mammoth mat with our logos on it, and it covers a typical park bench. but not completely by itself. So he rolls his out, and we have both of our mammoth mats. They're a little bit overlapped, but totally covering the park bench. And I meant to take a picture of it, and I totally forgot. But the very cool thing that happened was my 7300. I wanted to bring the Mark II. So I grabbed the Mark II, and I grabbed my Go bag. My radio, my other 7300 is separate. Grab my Mark II. I grabbed the Go bag that's supposed to have my 7300 microphone in it. Well, it didn't. It had my 2730 microphone in it, not the 7300 microphone. So I couldn't use my radio. But guess what? Paul had his setup, and his setup was complete. So we used his 891. See? Redundancies.
To the rescue.
If all this traveling causes him to slide, he's the guy that up here, at least in the Northeast, that has got everything in triplicate. And anytime Todd and I can confess, we've had like gone on photos with them, and we're like, we'll forget something. Todd will come through. Paul will come through. I know these guys so well. I get their names interchanged a lot, like they're my kids or something. I don't know. But either way, boy, he always has something in triplicate, and so yeah, he saved our butts several times. So
He doesn't. You don't have a second channel called the Redundancy Ham, do you, Paul?
He should.
No.
Redundant hand.
Yeah, but Eric, I bet you don't.
You know what,
have, I bet you don't have certain antennas in triplicate right now, because I know he gave 2 of them away down there at Circle 6.
Yeah, I don't have any more bug out mini in excess. I'm down to my last one.
Great antennas.
But he knows where to use one when he has to in a pinch. He's got 2
Oh,
of
that's
the
always good.
properties that.
So over to Todd real quick, because Todd, I don't think I've met you. I can't remember if I
No.
met you at a Huntsville or something. So
No, I haven't been down there. Nope. So
and I'm not. I haven't listened to podcasts, or I'm not much of an audio podcast person. I like visual, but
Do a video podcast too.
I've seen you guys in other stuff, right?
Yeah.
yeah, we've been on.
Yeah, I've seen it on a lot of stuff. But Todd, where are you at? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I
This is mostly for me, so I get to know
yeah,
you
I
more.
live in New Hampshire. I kind of got into ham radio basically because COVID came around, and I got a app ham radio license for $5. So
Nice.
I used to listen to it like on a scanner when I was a kid. I never knew what I was listening to. Figured it out later. Took the test, got my technician, and met Eric, and he kind of pushed me through to general and got me into POTA. I kind of got hooked. I got into it because I fly model airplanes and all kinds of anything that flies. And you need a ham radio license to use first person view, where you have the goggles on and the cameras like in the front of the aircraft. No one does it. But so when I saw it came up, I figured I might as well get legal, and did it, and bought an HT and listened to a local repeater and joined that club, and met Eric and Paul, and we just started the podcast just because we're like, well, no one does anything in the Northeast, and it's kind of how it started. We didn't think it was going to get to where it is now. It was going to be like our little thing, and we'd get on there, and if we had like 20 people watching, great. And next thing you know, we're meeting all you guys and getting on a bunch of different like podcasts, like ham radio. We've been on a lot, haven't we, Eric? Like we've been on, or they've been on with us or whatever. So yeah, it's been kind of, it's been kind of cool. So yeah, I'm not, I knew nothing about radio. I'm not a radio type guy. I knew green was ground, and that was about it. So studying for all this stuff was all like, it was like learning something brand new, but I'm learning more. And my big thing is I really like the POTA, and I like the outdoor operations. That's my love of it. I have a go bag that I bring in. I have to travel sometimes for work, so I always bring my bag and activate different states, as many as I can get. I drove one time. I was in Mississippi, and I drove like an hour and a half just to cross the border to activate over there, just a state. And some guy thought I was FBI because I was in a black Hyundai and I had an antenna, and I'm sitting there talking on the radio. Guy's like, "You FBI?
Black
you
Hyundai?
Yeah."
Yeah, because the FBI they have a contract with Hyundai.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
And he just
That's bad driving around in my black Tahoe.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to throw trash like in the park's dumpster, And he kept driving around me like wondering. And then he was like, "Oh, I got permission to dump my trash." I'm like, "Man, I don't care where you dump your trash."
Yeah, really.
Right?
Just trying to
That's funny.
activate this park so I can get back to Mississippi to get to my hotel. So
Just don't dump it on or near my car. We're good.
yeah, exactly.
Right?
No, so that's basically about it. And like I said, that we've been what are we on air? Like 3.5 years? We're getting up there, right?
3.5 years, about 130 episodes.
June.
10,000. Yeah,
June. Yeah,
June
so
will be
it's been,
3 years.
Did you
Yeah,
start with
something like that.
podcasts or did you guys start with streaming?
So we started with
Yeah, we started
podcast, and then
okay.
everyone was podcasting, was going on streaming. So I don't know how many in, but we said we should just throw this out on YouTube and see what happens. And then I think that's when it started to get a little bit bigger, because I think more people watch it on YouTube, and stream than they do listen to it. But for me, I drive a lot for work, so I'm always listening to podcasts. So even if they're streamed, I'm still listening to them as well. So
Yeah, it's funny because you mentioned what I don't think anybody started a YouTube and said this is going to be big, right?
yeah,
No, not hardly.
Because like I was saying,
No.
I was saying
Not a chance.
off camera before we started, because I wanted a kind of an open forum is what I was telling them, and I didn't think I would get as many people coming on here as I've had, and I'm to the point now where I've got to kind of scale it back down. So,
right. Well, I
because
think
I've just got so many, and I never thought it would be like that. If you look back at my original videos, I'm just dorky person with a 720p webcam with horrible lighting. Because Michael, there up above Eric, he's the one that got me to do it. And then Frank was my first guest. So I don't even remember how I saw Frank. I just came across Frank, and I can't remember. I do remember the thumbnail. I put Frank's head on the front of a train.
There we go. The train.
It makes a good hood ornament,
It was hilarious.
What was it? I think it was Crash Course. You found me on Crash
was it?
Course during the after
Yeah, I
chat,
can't
maybe, or
remember.
something like that.
And then
It's been so long now.
and then he, he stopped. He started working a different schedule, and then Michael joined in and took over the second seat, and it just keeps growing. I mean, and then you got Jimmy here with his channel that's just recent. I mean, fairly recent channel, and I love watching Jimmy's channel. I say it every time. I'm jealous of his shack behind him that he built himself. You got Sean. John joined us months back, and Dave joined
Almost
us a while
year
ago.
ago.
Douglas
Thank God
isn't
I got
on
to
tonight.
See the
but
walkthrough of Jimmy's shack there. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I think it was AI.
Yeah,
it's
real.
so nice. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
But it's
And
tiny.
He's the reason I've got this mic. I had to get it,
That's one sexy looking mic, dude. I'm just
and I
saying.
will admit it does sound better than my Fi-Fine.
Yeah, these sound pretty good.
But like a shack, you get what you can afford.
Yep.
And you build it. As a streamer, it's the same thing. You build it as you go. So,
But it iterates, right? You update it, you change it when you can.
We got royalty in the chat. Smoking Ape. Frank's like a bad rash. Once he comes around, he's hard to get rid of. Hi,
Oh,
Ape.
man.
Jeez.
What's up, Ape?
Hey,
Welcome.
Man, Ape.
Oh, Roy.
He's just here to poke the bear. Move along.
Yeah.
Ape is the one that I've only gotten him on the channel
Ape going
once.
for the jugular with that one.
Yeah, he just likes to try to make statements to get me to say them online, like see more butts or stuff like that.
He
Another
like
guy.
parts of the car and then runs.
Yeah. We're usually
Right.
kind of leery posting any links that Ape puts up there, so
Yeah.
you never know where it's going to go.
true.
He's getting all the links out now. Thanks,
according
Frank.
to Ape, all
Mike.
according to Ape, all of these are affiliate links. So enjoy your affiliate codes to YouTube.
Yeah, really.
Right?
Yeah, so there's a lot out there, guys. So if you see one of these links pop up, depending on what channel you're on, or you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. You'll get notifications on everybody.
So
Most of us pretty much do ham radio stuff. Some of us do alternating things. I do some preparedness stuff.
Some people follow
Michael
the
does some
sky.
trips. And,
Yeah, some people are
So
today.
unfortunately, Michael and Sean,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I had to close Michael and Sean's chats out because my computer was going, nope, we're not doing this tonight. And it was lagging real bad. So y'all just copy and paste what I drop.
Well,
Paul, you haven't come on my stream, have you? I just realized. I don't think you've been on,
Me?
right? Yeah.
Paul's been on.
Yeah.
Yeah, several times.
He's on here.
Oh yeah,
We've
you've
had
been
a lot
on,
of
you've been on a
questions.
few times, but it wasn't
That's
about you or your channel.
I know, but
Right, you were
I
just
kept
joining.
bitching. Yeah, I kept bitching to Eric that we were recording on Sundays, and so like I would get to jump into your streams like right at the tail end, or I wouldn't get to jump in at all, and I'd just be able to chime in the chat. But yeah, I was
We'd
like,
have
to-
what the hell,
He was on
man?
a lot longer.
Yeah, and in fact, Paul, we had Paul the
That's right.
Grouch and Ziggy on,
Yep.
and that went past
Oh,
midnight,
gosh.
and I
was
think
gonna
we
say, I
went
think
over
that
to
was
Ziggy's channel and ran to like 4 a.m. or something like that. Didn't
Well, I
we?
remember now when Paul came on, he's like, he would join and he'd say something like, "All right, I'm here to ruin the stream," or I can't remember what you said, Paul, but it was something. I'm here to send this one into a late night.
Yeah.
Ziggy's one I haven't seen in a while.
I show up and demonetize every stream I go on.
Yeah, but for those who
He
don't know,
gets my moderation privileges a workout.
That's
Paul
primarily
does,
why we can't get the extra 61 subscribers to get to 1,000, because we know
Yeah.
once we go over there, the whole channel's wrecked at this point. So
that's funny. Just as you get monetized, YouTube sends you a letter. You are
Sorry,
demonetized.
dude, we can't take you.
Can't tie my shoes, but I can fuck your bitch.
But for those who don't,
Well, there went my channel.
There's the
Oh, I
perfect
just got a
example of how
notification
you get
from
demonetized, people.
for those who don't know,
Was that? No, that wasn't 30 minutes yet. We're not even at the top of the hour.
I'm sure we've talked.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sure we
haven't-
talked about it when Paul was on before. But for those who don't know, Paul does skydiving. So he's what is it? 2 years now? Maybe you've been into it. Less than 2 years.
Yeah, so last October was my year. So
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
coming up on a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apostle
So-
Paul.
The Apostle
Yes.
Paul. That's right.
The apostle.
Yeah, so you have you done any joint videos with him?
With Carlos?
Carlos,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think about him
my
involved in
Huntsville
skydiving?
videos were literally Carlos's video footage.
Okay. Sorry, I
That's
kind of
okay.
been in the dark a lot.
And And if you go to Huntsville or
but-
something like that, they do jumps where and then they make QSOs as they come down, which is kind of cool.
I know. I want to
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
it.
we'll be doing it at Dayton.
I
What
think
about
Dayton,
Huntsville?
That's
Paul,
gonna be
you have
awesome.
to
Carlos
you
may
should
or
do
may
your
not
all-star
bully you
node
into
while
going
Carlos
with
is
him.
doing 5-2,
There you go.
just to like mix it up.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, so it was a lot of fun when we did it in Huntsville, and we did it like a dual op Parks in the Air, right? Where like each time we made a QSO, we would say stand by for the second operator and just pass it. And then whoever was the last person to make the call called QRZ, and we just started the process over again. We were able to get to 17 and K murder twice because he just had to get there twice.
Because it's gay murder.
Yeah.
I remember watching them at Huntsville. I was just watching everyone QSO Carlos, I think it was, or was it you? I can't remember now. I was watching Robert Digital Rancher do a satellite thing, and I remember watching people QSO you guys. And Jim, I think Jim jumped during Huntsville, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
The first
Yep.
I ever knew of Carlos, I actually met him when he was doing a POTA on the air. And Sean, that was his first general contact as a general on sent video.
Cool.
So,
That's cool.
and then I saw his channel after he was commenting on mine. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, I would 100% trust. That's who I would go to if I ever wanted to skydive. Was Carlos?
Yeah.
Would be Carlos for sure.
I met
You wouldn't
first
trust
of all,
Paul?
Well, he's not qualified yet.
Not yet.
Carlos
not yet.
is my fact checker because I'm still very new in the sport, and
Mhm.
so a lot of times on Lift Free and Ham, question will come up, and I'll start trying to answer it to the best of my ability. And Carlos, he'll listen to all the episodes, and then he'll text me afterwards, and he'll go, "Just so you know, this is the correct answer that you were looking for."
And if he forgets a text, then he just calls our voicemail hotline and leaves a long 15-minute dissertation on why.
Right.
We know he really messed up.
yeah,
So are you planning on? I forget you said it on another live stream. I can't remember how long does it take before you can tandem and take people tandem? I forget.
So in order to be a tandem instructor, you have to have at least 3 years in the sport and your D license. So
Okay.
that's a 500 jump minimum.
500.
So I've got yeah, I got a little ways to go. A couple years and a whole lot of jumps.
It's been fun watching him though. Go from like me, never jumped kind of a thing, and well, you probably jumped maybe in military, but I've never jumped. But I looked at you as being like basically, oh yeah, you haven't, yeah. So like me,
I was green,
someone who's never done it, and then watching you progress and doing the moves and doing the training in the air and the turn and all that kind of stuff has been very cool to watch.
Paul, I got to ask, what was your first jump like?
You can go back and watch the video.
Honestly,
he had the
biggest. I want a reflection here.
His smile
That's a
when
good
he
question.
landed
Exactly
was,
like that, but the smile was way bigger.
Yeah, I'd never seen the guy smile until that he did that one jump. I'm like, oh my god, the guy smiles. He was like a little kid at Christmas and got everything he ever wanted, and that was the end of it. He was like, yeah, I'm doing this now. So,
it's surreal, honestly. You don't get the roller coaster feeling. I love roller coasters, but you don't get that roller coaster feeling because the plane is moving, you're moving, you go out and you're just changing your direction of movement. So there's no jolt to your system, and just the view is unmatched. Just think of looking outside your plane window, right? But like, there's no plane to block your view.
That's the problem, Paul.
That's a great description. I like that.
At that point,
See,
panic sets in for me. I don't know about you, but
I strongly dislike roller coasters. I don't like the feeling of being out of control. And
it doesn't feel like
it's amazing that you're not feeling like you're going on a free fall on a roller coaster.
if you jumped off you did like a free, would you feel it then? You think if you jumped off like one of those bridges over the gorges and did the base jump, would you think you'd feel
We were just
like
talking about that.
And so like I just got my B license, so now I'm able to do night jumps, helicopters, and hot air balloons. And because with a hot air balloon and a helicopter, you're stationary. As you build up to terminal velocity, like you do get that kind of stomach drop feeling. That's what I'm told. I haven't done it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. 4th of July, CSC is going to have a helicopter, so.
Cool.
I'm definitely going to be tuning in to watch.
What I remember from Paul's jump, I don't remember if it was his first jump or not, was his beard went up and covered. I literally thought he was wearing a mask.
He had to trim his beard back so he could see.
Because it wasn't moving. It wasn't doing this, right? And I initially, my first thought was, why does he have a mask on? And then I realized it's his beard that's going up.
He's watching out for COVID up in the skies. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, as a student, like you're using student gear, and what they give you is an open face helmet and goggles, and so like the beard just catches the wind. Now I jump with a full face, so there's no beard movement at all. It's great.
Nice. Well, I think it's been fun to watch. Anyway, for me, that's something. Yep. And unique. I mean, there's not many that do that, right? At least they don't put it out there.
So Grouch.
And unless
no.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Halo.
No, not yet.
Oh boy.
Not yet.
So interestingly enough, the weekend of Huntsville, there's a big veteran thing going on in Tennessee where they're doing a 24,000 foot halo jump. Ooh, and nice. I would have loved to have gone and done that, but I got to go to Huntsville.
Yeah.
So, but it is in the books. Like, I mean, I'm going to do it at some point. Anything above 15,000, you need supplemental oxygen. Otherwise it's no big deal. It's just going to be cold.
Well, we know where your heart is, Paul.
Isn't that like Mount Everest height? Whatever, 27,000, 6,000. I forget what it is. That's crazy, man.
It's something like that. Yeah, 24,000 up there. It's up there.
If you ever do it, and you have to record it, and then you need to, whatever helmet you have now, get rid of it, and you need to buy a a certified Halo helmet, like the one from the video game, and then you're really doing Halo with a Halo helmet. Master Chief.
Master Chief.
He's already going to wear a whole bunch of furry costumes and
furries,
dressing like a nun and everything else like that.
I don't think the Grouch is into furries.
Oh, Rabbit said he's going to get him in a rabbit suit.
So
Grouch, when you
put
go
this out here again, and I'm going to do this again. So anybody who throws Grouch $100 and sends him a large, costume, whatever it is, he will
extra
jump
large
out of a plane with it. Extra large. Okay, extra large. Sorry. So your choice in costume, send him $100. You get to see this thing fly out of the plane.
Hey, when you go up that high, Paul, do you need to have special clothing? Like when you're up at 26,000 feet? I mean, it's kind
special clothing? No, I mean, you need to dress for the temperature, but
well, what's the temperature? Because I know, like, when you get into a plane, and nowadays you look at the screen, it tells you it's like negative 40. Like, how cold is it? 6,000 feet.
Yeah, it's in the negative 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm gonna booger this up, but there's a certain temperature that you lose every 1,000 feet as you go up in elevation. I want to say it's like 5 degrees. It might be more. Don't quote me on it, but so you can figure it out though. And you can also look at the winds aloft table, and the winds aloft table will tell you this is the temperature at every elevation.
Yeah, I know just an assessment of being on the ground, it'll be like 90 plus degrees and you're sweating in the cockpit until you get about 9,000 feet and all of a sudden it feels like cool air conditioning coming through. So,
So is there any special training that you have before you can, or any other things?
Slightly.
Or is it just time?
Well, I was like, is it just time and like, here's your air tank, go have fun, or okay, let's work with it?
I mean, as far as I've seen from being on loads where people are going above 15,000, there's nothing special. They have an oxygen tube that they put on ahead of time, and then when they get in the plane, they connect it to the oxygen system in the plane, and then once you're out the door, you're out the door.
So you're gonna.
So the first 1,000 feet takes you 10 seconds, and then you fall 1,000 feet every 5 seconds after that.
I can
Bill,
say this is
Bill
when Bill would know. He's our pilot, Bill there, but I know I've seen as low as negative 65 at around 40,000 feet when I fly.
Yeah. So I was close when I said 4 to 5 degrees. It's 3.5 degrees per 1,000 foot. That's what you lose.
And then Walter Capelli said
Walter is also on. He's a pilot.
And then Walter said for every 1,000 feet, it's 2.5 C, 3 degrees Fahrenheit for every 1,000 feet. So right there in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Walter's a buddy of mine. I've worked with many times. He's one of my captains that flies over to Japan with me. We went to Tokyo Ham Fair a couple of years ago. The first year I went, he went with me.
I saw him at the Cowtown.
That's how I learned about Preham Paul.
Is it really from the Tokyo Ham Fair?
Internet Tokyo sensation. He's the guy who went there, and all the video feeds were showing him everywhere. So
what's crazy about that was that live stream in the first, forget what it was, a week or 2 weeks, was 1,700 views. I'd never seen that. That was a new channel. It was small. And so I'm like, good grief, I got to start going to I got to go to international things to get some views. I got to find some others. Germany.
Japan is very hot when it comes to YouTube.
Yeah.
They put me last year.
Streamers.
They put me in their. I don't think it's a published paper thing. It's a blog, hamlife.jp, I think. Yeah, they did a little excerpt of me, took some photos, and had my stickers and stuff, and kind of said, "Oh, we got 4 years." They were kind of just saying, "Look, we got foreign YouTubers coming over here to live stream. This is kind of a thing." So this year, I know it's at least, as of now, I know it's at least Digital Rancher and I. Not sure yet with Jason and Tank Radio, but we're seeing. I know at least Digital Rancher and I are going to be there this year. So, and then TJ, I don't know if he's in chat. I met him last year. He has a channel. He does all CW. He's a great guy to hang around. So hopefully see him again too.
I haven't seen him in chat yet. So
okay.
Doesn't he live over there, Paul?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a real nice guy. I met him when we did the ICOM tour. Ray Novak set up for us an ICOM and manufacturing tour, which was amazing. It was so cool. Couldn't record in there, which was understandable, but it was very cool to see the process of how the radios were made.
Hot Bill says he's going to try to go.
Oh, sweet. All right.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I got to check in before you, so my standby is before you. I got to.
I want to go. I just
Bill
don't,
and I
Bill
are going to
the airline.
Bill and I are going to be fighting for the empty seat.
Right.
Yeah, I'd love to go to that.
Well, let's. Well, Eric, you didn't really talk about you.
Oh, I tried to deflect. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you were deflecting.
There you go.
You kind of just talked about what we were doing, but you didn't really talk about you and your channel or the stuff you were interested in.
It's I as the guys know, I don't usually. I mean, my channel is my channel, and it's a small little channel, and I do a lot of ham radio related stuff, and talk a lot of POTA because that's kind of my love. But I go, if you go way back in the Wayback Machine, I've been a ham 33 years, so.
Wow.
I got my ticket, no code technician when it first came out. I got my N1JUR call kind of issued to me and was told by several Elmers that you got to hold on to this. This one is a novice call and you're not supposed to have it. I don't know how you got it, but you got it. So I could have played on 10 meters and stuff like that, but didn't, venture into that area just because, God forbid I, lose my license as a teenager. And so I had a really good club and mentors and Boy Scouts that kind of got me into ham radio and, loved it forever. I shared on several times on Live Free and Ham, and these guys give me crap for it all the time, where we would go out and, as a regular teenager, you'd be like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to go, smash pumpkins, or we're going to, ding dong, dash, during Halloween type events. Our police would had a relationship with our ham radio club where the ham radio guys would go out during Halloween in their cars and they just kind of sit in the neighborhoods and look for the vandals and stuff like that. And then they radio back to the police station to say, hey, so I was like, oh, dude, this is really cool. I'm going to go sit in the cars and, we're going to radio back to the police station. Tell you, I wasn't really popular in high school, but, for what it was worth, that's kind of what got me going with radio and hiking and really, kind of just exploded for a while. And then, for almost about 20 years, I took a break off to, raise a family, do the professional career, and then COVID came back. So I guess I'm a COVID ham, sort of a reborn COVID ham. But at that point, I came in and I was like, holy crap. Because my brother at the time was like, hey, I picked up my ham radio out of a box I had in the shed and all the frequencies still work and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. And he's like, you should check stuff out. And at that point, I was looking on the internet and I'm just like, holy crap, they got rid of the Morse code requirement because that's what was holding me up.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. And so I basically said, screw that. I'm going to go, test it. Got my general in literally crammed for 2 weeks. Took it right before everything went into lockdown. Got my general. And then I was just like, well, I'm not going to wait around for my extra. I found a club that had a crash course, extra class you could take on the weekend and pass. So I passed that, got my extra out of the way. And, as these guys can contend, I started hanging around with them. And I live in an HOA. So I cannot put an antenna up for my no matter what it is. They will not let me put one up, even though I've got one stealthy in the backyard. So
that's what I'm doing.
What else did I have to me? POTA. And so I dove headfirst into that. I mean, POTA everything, my job is in IT. So I go a lot of places everywhere in, the Northeast. And so, it was always like, oh, cool. What's on the POTA map? Let's go check out a park for 20 minutes. And so I got really hooked on it and dragged these two knuckleheads in. And, it's just been the next logical thing. I ended up, as they tell the story, long story short, is that I had a podcast with some guys that I was doing during COVID that I've known for 30 years.
There it is. I'm waiting for it to start off.
Sorry, guys. Is that too loud?
No,
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, you're fine.
So, Dave, gifted 5 memberships, and those 5 memberships are Corey in 1XWS, VA 3 ZYW Nightcry got it. James, our winner of the Go Kit Challenge yesterday, got a membership. MI7 DJT and Dave
Amen.
gifted
Amen,
5
yeah.
memberships. So Ted W7193, James Jenner 2058, Radio Nerd 1, and War Watch Intel, Will W7WRP, and then Grouch popped up there.
Yeah, Grouch, you want
Did
to
he get a free membership?
Grouch got some
great.
memberships, I think, because I recognized the level Fishing Buddy. So I knew that was Grouch
that's
immediately. Paul, if you want to,
So awesome.
I don't know which one's Michael.
Yeah, no, Michael actually read them off. So it was
okay,
Corey, yep, and Nightcry and James and Eamon, and yep.
Awesome.
So congrats to them
Thank you so
for
much.
being Grouch members.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
Okay, I was trying to figure out which channel
You
it was
mean-
because when you're on Restream, you can't tell what channel's happening
Yeah.
on. So.
You want me to read off Paul's real quick? I got those pulled up.
I think he just did,
I
didn't
think
he?
you already did.
Yeah, I think
he
I did.
Yep.
It was like 5 on 2 different channels. So that's
Thanks,
great.
Dave. We appreciate
Okay.
it.
Well, welcome back, Frank.
All right. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
You
Eric.
did a
Go
great
ahead.
job,
Yeah.
Michael.
No problem. I did. That's important for sure. So yeah, long story short is like POTA was my thing, and somewhere along the line I caught on to like other hams, online. I was just like
Covering it and gave the
I think we're getting
James
we're getting a
Jenner-
team replay here from
getting a
Frank
team
with a
replay
little
from Frank.
Wow.
That was 10-second Frank.
Woo,
Yeah, so we
Frank.
ended up
Okay, come on,
just-
man.
we're all good. We're all
I
kind
Eric's
think
of
he
gonna,
froze
Eric,
again.
Eric is going to
Everybody
get through
okay?
this eventually.
I just, we'll end it really quick. So bottom line is I looked at all the ham tubers and they're all Texas and all down, south. And I was just like, dude, there's nothing up here in the Northeast that's like popular enough. And I'm like, screw this. I'm going to go do my own channel. And lo and behold, I
There
dragged
you
Grouch
go.
in a little after, like Grouch was like, dude, I'm not going to get on YouTube. And he wouldn't even like talk on voice for a long time. And, that changed drastically on both sides of the fence. So like, he's like, oh, I'm going to go do this YouTube thing. And then, I turned, about a year into, Live Free and Ham, we were like, Ryan, who's one of our original hosts, he stepped away because of work and whatnot, because he's a pilot and was just flying too much. And so we're like, we got to fill in the gap because Todd and I just can't stare at each other and like talk about ourselves. It's just boring. So I had asked Paul, and Paul's like, I've never done a podcast. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm like, you're perfect fit. Go ahead, join in. And so, the rest of it's kind of history. So it's been fun.
I'm the comedic relief that was added to the group.
Here's what's funny is, and I don't know if you guys have done this, but go back to when you started, whatever first stream that you guys were on.
Our first stream. Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
Yeah, go
That was
look at it, and not so much to see your progress. Look at Paul right now. Look how, like you were saying, like you never saw him smile, right, till he skydived.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When I see Paul now, he does get serious with his with some of his streams because it depends on the topic, right? On the what's the streams called? The
Weekend Warriors.
Weekend Warriors.
Weekend
thank you.
Warriors.
So sometimes he has some tough topics and he talks about them and you can see a seriousness in his face.
Yeah.
But I look back at mine and I don't even know what to think. It was only how long have I been doing this? 2 years? 3? I don't even remember. Anyway, I don't know if it's more relaxed, more I don't know what it is, but I've really noticed in Paul his persona is like, for you to say I've never seen Paul smile, I don't understand that because I've seen him, when he was streaming and in person, and he's always having fun, talking with people, socializing, smiling. And when he's joined my streams a couple of times, he's always in like a very I don't know what kind of word to use for you, Paul, is like kind of a mood, a fun mood.
Ornery?
An Henri mood. That's a good one, but not in a bad way.
A unique.
Before
unique.
it was hard to drag him out to do like anything. Like, oh, he'd be like, whatever. I'm all like, it's like
Yeah.
people. I don't want to be around people. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
That's why he's got the grouch. I mean, that's like kind of the thing. And so, yeah, no, he's definitely
Feel
flipped
that.
over big time.
But you've seen him on that level, so you guys know, and it's not something that we've seen. So anyway, I think it's great. You guys are great. I think I got a breathing dog behind me for some
reason. You haven't
reason.
seen the fishing for therapy, Paul. That's the side we see. Or we've
okay,
seen.
gotcha.
That's the lighter side of Paul.
Well, he's talked about some stuff that I as not a military person can't fully understand. There's aspects of things that whatever it is, PTSD or whatever it might be. There's aspects I might be able to understand as a human being, but I've enjoyed watching his streams and how he talks with his fellow military brothers. I enjoy it, not being military myself. So, and he does get serious with it, and there's a time for that too. So I think it's awesome. I think he balances it well.
Yeah, he does. He definitely. I have to say, like, any of the stuff that he's did Weekend Warriors through, Paul, Todd, and I just like, wow, he's off doing a podcast. That's pretty cool. And we're like, we didn't know he was doing it, and I was just like, I'm doing this Weekend Warriors on Friday. I'm like, what's that? He's like, oh, that's my show I started. I'm like, what? Okay,
yeah,
this is awesome. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, well, can we put him in the center? This seems to be about Paul this whole evening. So drag him up to the middle, please.
Right,
I'm tired of playing center.
Hold on, let's do this. Paul gets the middle. We're gonna move you around.
See? This is the grouch that we
Paul
know.
gives
Exactly.
the middle.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, he didn't say give the middle finger. He said go to the middle.
It's all the same to him.
Yeah, but that's what Paul's answer was to you.
It was clear.
Anybody that ever doubts that that Grouch is an accurate name, just ask Tortoise what I'm like first thing in the morning when I haven't had my coffee yet.
Yeah, that's funny.
I think that's
when
true
you're-
for all of us.
Imagine.
Yeah,
I'm not a morning person.
My
Nope.
QRZ picture for a while. My QRZ picture for a while was it was me winter field day morning, and I got a tin cup of coffee in my hand, and you could just see the look of just disgust on my face. And I was like, this is the perfect profile picture for QRZ.
Nice.
See,
That's
I always
hilarious.
knew Grouch when we do winter field days. Grouch was always our winter field day guy in the club. He was the only one that would love to be out in the middle of the snow, dead cold winter.
I wanted to do it on a freaking lake.
He was always pushing.
He wanted
that.
to
And
fish
then,
too.
Now look where he is. He's in Texas in the middle of wintertime. But whatever, we won't talk about that. So like I would like there was one time like I think it was like probably one of your biggest one. Like you did a live stream from the winter field day one night.
It's at
the
Ralph's
last
house.
night.
Right?
At
It was
Ralph's
like
house. And my gosh, it was a 5-hour live stream, and he had already gone through a bottle and a half of self-medication and everything else like that. The dog was looking at him going like, are you ever going to go to bed? I'm like, you're bothering me at this point.
Poor Watson.
That's funny.
It was like at that moment I knew he was going to be like,
But-
he's going to be the guy that every time he goes on a live stream, 3
But
hours.
Paul does winter field
buckle
day
up, guys.
like no one else. Like you go into his tent and it'll be like 10 degrees outside, and you get into his tent and you got to like strip down to a t-shirt because he's got it like 80 degrees in there. And I'm not joking. Like the guy has it all. I'm like, oh, and then he's like, well, like who's gonna do field day this year? And Paul's not here.
Yeah, this year sucked.
One of these days, I'd like to do a real winter field day. Being from Idaho, winter field day in Texas isn't a winter field day.
Come up this way, man.
Yeah.
It would have been this year.
I may have to do that.
Yeah,
it would have been this year. Winter by Texas standards, anyway.
Hey, it was
So,
winter by anybody's standards this year. We had to cancel
I
just
don't
because
know. We're
there was so
still
much
melting
in
the
snow. We canceled it.
We
was-
might be getting
Wow.
we might be getting an inch of snow tomorrow morning.
tonight.
That's what
Tonight,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Tonight,
wow.
they're like,
Yeah.
the morning commute might be a little wet or a little frozen. I'm like, wonderful.
Yeah, but remember, you guys get an inch of snow and it's a normal day. We get an inch of snow and we shut down half the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have done it. I could have done it this year. I wasn't prepared to do it. I didn't expect it, so I didn't have anything planned. And I'm thinking, man, this is my time. I'll tell you who did do it was Elle from She's on Frequency. She recorded herself
did it.
out there
He did it.
getting sleeted on. So there are those that did brave the cold. But
Yeah.
All
I
right.
would take the
So
snow, I
now
just
that
don't want
I'm
the ice.
now
Go
that
ahead,
I'm
Frank.
back, I have no idea what happened. My CPU went spike over 100% and went, nope, I'm just going to lock everything up. So I apologize about that. Happened at the worst time. I don't know. Did you guys cover the memberships that Dave sent to my channel too or not? I missed that part.
I don't think did you cover those? You're muted.
You're muted, Mike.
Michael, we're not hearing you at all.
Oh, wow.
There
No
you go.
wonder. Yeah, we covered that just before you came back to do a rehash on it.
Okay, because I know you guys covered all the other
everybody's
channels.
got covered.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we disabled
Thank you,
the malware we put on your stream to put you in
Right,
timeout.
uh-huh.
Malware.
Right.
Is that a
Malware?
malware?
It's the
Malware?
other version.
It's the opposite of female wear.
Okay.
Yeah, what are your
Or malware?
No, we're going malware. I don't.
Maleware.
No, I didn't know we were at that time.
Don't get your malware in a twist.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's move over to Jimmy real quick. Jimmy.
Uh-oh.
Jimmy's fairly new.
There goes
Just
the
an introduction, my brother with the orange mic.
Yep. Started a channel, I guess right at 6 months ago, I think.
Wow.
So just, I don't know. I've been I was kicking around starting a channel for years, actually, just thinking about different topics to start on. I ride a motorcycle, I scuba dive, I do other stupid stuff. But when I got back into ham radio for the second time, I thought, man, let me, I'll start a channel on this so I can meet people, because I don't have anybody in my circle, right, that's into radio at all. So I thought, if I start a channel, maybe I can meet folks. And I tried the local club thing, and that was a bust. For whatever reason down here, it's just pretty crappy. But I just started the channel to meet people. So, and it seems to be working. I met all you guys, met Paul, Michael, met Sean in person. So, and hoping to meet some more people in Huntsville this year. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm a second time ham. I got my ticket the first time in 2000, and then like an idiot let it lapse, and then redid it again during COVID in 21. So
Got a lot of COVID hams in the group here.
yeah,
It wasn't COVID that got me into ham, but it was COVID that got me into YouTube, because I got bored.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything. Yeah.
I mean, couldn't do anything, and I'll tell you what, our repeaters and ham radio traffic locally was very busy during COVID, since nobody was seeing anybody.
Yeah.
But I finally said, I got to get out in life more. When am I going to name my channel? There it was.
Yeah. I mean, I've been overwhelmed with just how welcoming everybody's been. So it's been really great. And
You
learning
got
things.
an awesome.
Yeah.
You got an awesome channel, and guys, if you have not subscribed to Jimmy on PRK Radio, do it now. Do it tonight. Let's get him over 1,000.
Yeah, I'm close.
So-
I don't know where I'm at, but 8 something.
So unfortunately, I've had to
That
drop
last
all
200 is a
chats
tough one.
except Prep Ham and my chat. So I'll drop the links in those two chats, and unfortunately, I can't do anywhere else tonight anymore.
That's all right.
Let me see if I can
catch it up.
just
Yeah,
drop
if
it
you
in private. We'll get it
You
out.
want to give me a wrench, Paul? I can help out. Doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah, hold on.
Oh no, Jimmy, I have them in Paul's chat, but it's like Grouch and Livery and Ham, where I was trying to drop everything, but I'll drop them all in. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
I should have done that in the beginning.
There we
Gotcha.
go. They're all in private chat with how I drop them. So if you guys just want to copy and paste those, there you go.
Wait, why isn't it letting me?
Are you in studio, or do you just have chat pop up?
No, I'm trying to enable. I thought I could enable it right here during the thing. Like
not from Restream. You have to go into YouTube Studio, into the control room to do it.
No, okay. Well, I'll get him out.
No big
Or
deal.
Michael can get him out. One of us. Michael, why don't
I've
we?
been I've been
okay.
dropping them there, but
All right. So if anyone needs to get it out on their channel, just grab them out of the private chat and drop them over. So Michael, move over to you. Michael's a COVID YouTuber, but Well, yeah, pre-COVID, like me, kind of not too far back, not 33 years like Eric, but I'm 13 years, I think now, or 12 or 13.
Am I the only one out of this group that's 33? That long?
I don't know.
You're the old guard.
I'm 24,
Yeah.
Eric. So you
How
and
about
I are
Hillbilly?
probably you and
32.
I, maybe Dave.
There you go. Dave's 32.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Now,
the
I
three
did
of
get a
us
ham.
are-
I did get a ham radio because as a kid and teenager, I always wanted to have the ham license, and it was a really bad storm back in 2011 that kind of freaked me out a little bit, and none of us knew what was going on. There was tornadoes dropping in Alabama of all places, so the news wasn't talking to us about, hey, is it safe to walk out yet? And that's what got me to get my ham license. And I got online and said, okay, what do I need to do? I had a study guide from 1996, and it was 2011 before I got, and I aced my test 2011 based on that study guide. Now You're Talking from Radio Shack that I bought long ago. But yeah, that's what got me ham radio. It was a bad storm. Nobody knew what was going on. So
And then YouTube, you started, you said during COVID.
yeah, December 2020, I did my first episode, and never really wanted to be a ham radio focused channel. And every now and then I will bounce off, but somehow in a lot of the videos there will be something about ham radio involved with it. I'll refer to it or actually use a piece of ham radio gear because I made the statement a couple weeks ago. I said, ham radio is kind of a secondary hobby because it enables you to do so much more with everything else. And that's why it's one of the greatest hobbies to have as a secondary hobby to support everything. It helps me do my volunteer work, and it's got me plugged in so many places that I would not have been plugged in if it wasn't for ham radio.
Awesome. Hillbilly, 32 years. How about you?
It's crazy.
Yeah, 32 years. I mean, a lot of guys talk about their testing nowadays. I actually
here we go. Back in the day.
Well, no. When I look at, I love the fact the way testing can be done now, because when I took my test, Eric, I had to wait till they did it at one location. It wasn't when you had to go to the FCC office, but it had one location in San Bernardino. There was probably 170 people there to test.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
And they had a ton of VEs there. Gordon West was one of the VEs at my testing session. He wasn't one of my VEs that signed up my test. But I mean, the way it is now with testing, I love it. The fact that I can reach out to like Josh or you guys that have got VEs set up and do impromptu testing to get a testing done now, I think it makes it awesome. There's been a lot of changes that in ham radio that I've seen in 32 years that I think are awesome. No, I saw that. Oh, here comes I'm one of those ones.
Depends.
Those Elmers back then, those Elmers that do that kind of stuff, I dealt with that when I got my license. So I'm one of those ones that I see them doing that now. I'll call them out in front of everybody because that's what chases off new hams.
That is a beautiful thing. When I first got into ham radio back in May 25th of 2011, when I got my license, I was immediately attacked by sad hams, and now it's become part of our language now that we point out the sad hams, and I think that's a great thing because so, you look at people like El Marie and one I talked to today. I talked to a station on the 146.52 Simplex today, and it's just brand new hams, and they really have a high regard to ham radio right now, and I think it's because we are calling out the sad hams.
Yeah.
We need to continue doing that.
Eric knows. I don't know who else when they got their license got it as a techno code. Coming in as a techno code. We were not ham radio operators because we did not do the code test.
Yeah. There's still some with that mentality.
Immediately.
Yeah.
They're still there.
But you know what?
They can't really throw that out now because code's not required.
Yeah, I don't think they're outspoken, but you get it in little comments some of them make. Right. I can tell that they have that mentality.
They were super outspoken when I got my license because and the thing is with technicians nowadays, you got 10 meters of techno code. Like Eric said, he could have played in 10 meters with his call, but as soon as the FCC would have found out, they'd known he was a techno code. We didn't get HF privileges. You had to take the 5 words per minute. And I wish now I would have went ahead and finished and done my general and finished my code then, because at that point I was up to almost 13 words a minute. I was just going to right past Tech Plus and get my code and go on to general because I wanted HF. I had some friends that were ham operators, and I got to play on their call as third party in HF, so I wanted HF.
Yeah,
but that's kind of what that and family is kind of what drove. I never let my license lapse, but it drove me away from the hobby for 15 years.
Yeah,
and that's what that kind of stuff does. It's unfortunate.
And it was in May of 2011 that I discovered that the code requirement was gone from 2007. February 2007
glorious
when
day.
They got rid of it. But you know what? Nowadays, I'm there. So,
what's that beeping? I don't understand it.
What was that?
Smoke detector, battery.
But CW now is becoming more live than it was when it was required to get your license.
That's the funny part.
That is
Morse
true.
code is like taking off. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's what the core of it is. I just derailed. The core of it, I
derailed.
probably
Frank,
would
get him
have
back
got,
on track.
I probably would have gone for my license if it was for the
They
code
don't
test.
know what the fuck they're doing.
I know this. I know who streamed that one, Paul. I know who streamed
I'm a
that
sad
one.
ham. I said it.
hey, Paul, you told Frank to he derailed, getting back on the tracks. He's a conductor. He don't touch re-railers.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I like it.
But thank goodness that the code requirement has gone away. But the whole point of the ham license is not to learn how to do ham radio. You don't need to know ham radio to get your license. That license for you to learn. And I'm an extra class licensee. I have been for a good decade or so. But that is still my license to learn because there's so much stuff I still don't know.
So
you can spend a lifetime and still never learn it all.
Yeah,
right.
That's it.
And
I don't know what I'm
doing
it.
I don't know, Eric. You've been a ham for 33 years. I've been a ham for 32 years. I'm still learning every day.
Yep.
These new hams are teaching me stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My perspective is that I'm glad it didn't have the code, so it didn't. I could get in quicker. But now that I'm in, guess what I'm wanting to do, and I'm doing this year. I want to know code, and so I'm learning it.
Funny thing is, when code was around, it was a gatekeeping thing, and a lot of people used it as a way to basically keep you from getting into the hobby. And it was really sad because there's a lot of people that I know that were Boy Scouts, and they were like, "I just can't get the Morse code." I was one of them, and they just never got back into it. Hopefully, they did down the road, but
Oh yeah,
So
back then they hated the fact that technician no code was even brought out by the FCC.
Oh, I loved it. I was rejoicing.
Well, it did give you a label. I could see that part of it.
It did.
I could see that part of it. But Freddie Mac said, "I know who you are." When I was talking to him at the Hamfest in Oklahoma, and I'm a practical application ham. I'm not the big technical engineering type, even though I know a lot on the technical and engineering just by being in ham radio. I've learned so much, but what you could do with ham radio is what really drives me. And it's amazing all the things ham radio could do for you. The secondary hobby that made all the other hobbies happen for me. So
Hollywood has something for this. When a lesson is for CW, when a lesson is mandated, the student only retains the data for the test. But when the lesson is presented as fun and not a requirement, the student is more engaged and retains it for life. That is exactly why people are getting into CW more and more these days than when it was required.
Yeah.
And
they're wanting
exactly right.
to, and they're wanting to.
I can see
So
that.
it's going to retain more because you're wanting to do it.
So the magic of CW for me is, one, I get to do something I never thought I'd be able to do. Two, if you ever watched the films on Katrina and how ham radio played a huge part of Katrina, SSB was not getting through, and but CW was, and that to me is just an amazing thing. I love looking at the Beacon Reporter, and I'll throw out my call sign using my key. Sometimes the radio, the recording on the radio, but sometimes just my paddle, and I can see all these stations around the world picking up my CW without much power.
Now,
and that to me is amazing.
Now, I'm going to purposely derail us for a second because something was brought to me that I want to share.
Oh,
where's my kick? Where's my kick button? Let me find the kick button.
Somebody should we'll get them next time.
There you go.
That's dinner. Mashed potatoes, hot dogs with grilled onions.
Well, this is dinner with another bottle over there, which I won't mention.
One of the things that I think I'm timing it good learning CW this year is as the solar cycle changes, right? I think CW, and this weekend was actually good. If you tried to contest this weekend or do anything this weekend, like today 40 meters was an S8. Normally it's maybe a 1 to 3. It was S8 today. 40 meters was horrible. 20 meters was not great. I only got 2 QSOs for the Virginia QSO party because I was seeing all the spots, couldn't hear anybody. So I'm looking forward to knowing CW so that I can get through whenever as this solar cycle dips.
That's a good point.
Well, that's where radio and those other modes come in good because they get through too when voice does not get through.
Well, see, my majority and the majority of QSOs being made, I forget the percentage and I forget who said it. It was in a stream. It's FT8.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get my little pie chart on World Radio League shows that, right? I'm trying to squeeze that FT8. I'm trying to get that down further. So I'm trying to do more SSB. And then when I get in CW, I want to bring my FT8 smaller. I want a bigger piece of the pie to be voice. So not that FT8's bad. I've enjoyed it. No. I still enjoy it, but I just want to hit other areas.
I've made a few contacts on FT8 and it does get my radio pretty hot, but I mean, I love this part of the hobby where everybody's exploring, trying new modes and trying new things, because FT8, like anything else in ham radio, could save a life. It has its purpose. El Marie with She's on Frequency, she did a video about FT8 and actually addressed the controversy. She's a brand new ham that just got her ticket back in July. And she kind of addressed the controversy of FTA is it's just a push button and you go to bed and all of a sudden you got 3,000 new contacts overnight. She said, you know what? It takes a little work. It takes a little understanding how propagation works, how the bands work.
Well, you can also you can do a text. You don't have to do the preset things. You can actually send 13 characters or whatever you want.
But that could be the text that's the critical information that other people need.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about anything anybody can come up with. And we had Munir with us last week.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how did this start and how were
you
allowed to get on to the amateur radio frequencies? Because I think this stuff is incredible.
So
I love it.
I have 2 points here. Hot Bill has a good point. During the low part of the sun cycle, he never has to worry about activating with CW because it'll mostly always get through. And then Daryl, who is a new ham, said this is like a ham fest for him tonight. Participated in 2 nets tonight. Made his first amateur contact on 2-meter simplex on 14652 and chilling to a ham Ragchew us live. This is great. Thanks, Daryl.
Nice.
Thanks, Daryl.
Nice.
Very good.
There's one thing a question was just not to change direction.
That sound is great.
Alrighty then.
Okay, if y'all haven't seen the old,
all right.
If you haven't seen the older streams that we did, every time somebody became a member on Paul's stream, it was
I guess people thought it was sexual or something, which it wasn't. But oh well. Anyway, Eric had something go.
I was just thinking because I know the Go Box Challenge just kind of already kind of came and went, and I was watching on Frank's channel, and Paul and Sean were on there, and one of the things that kept popping in my head is like I was seeing all the setups, and I was like, dude, they're pretty cool, but like the only thing I wish I would love to see more, and maybe there is an aspect of that, but I would love to see those guys actually in an emergency scenario. Like they leave their kit like off 20 feet, they run to their kit, they have to set it up in 10 seconds or less, and they have to make a contact on 3 different bands and see how they perform and how quickly they get their kits set
Dude,
up.
that's a good idea.
That is a good
Scott,
idea.
Scott,
That
are
is a
you in
good
chat?
idea.
Yeah.
The ham stop, is he in chat?
No, he's
Never
not. But I
seen
know
him.
where
I
you're
haven't
going,
seen them.
'cause-
Because
So,
phenomenal
on it.
kits, but like I
Yeah.
think they're like they're like
Yep.
like spinners for like the old Lincoln Continentals. Like they're just bling a lot. Like there's an extra things here
Yeah.
and all this stuff.
So
I'm like,
the-
guys, that's cool, but like, can you get something going in 10 minutes or less?
So I did an hour-long video and it posted today at 5 o'clock on my channel. So if you want to see all the kits, I did every one of them there. But there were 3 kits I think would work for that scenario. You had Greg KE5GT,
Yeah.
who had his kit. He said he could drive to the park and get it up and running and going in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
let's
here's
do a
a
little competition.
then you have that young lady Miranda.
Prove it.
Yeah,
I think it's
but
awesome.
no, he does it all the time. He actually
has.
timed himself.
Yes.
I know Grouch can get his antenna up in less than 5 minutes and the radio on the bench, and as long as he's got a charged
Yeah.
battery, he can do it in
And
10
then-
minutes too.
Then you have that one lady who didn't want to be a camera. That's why you really didn't see her face much. But she had that former patrol card that she outfitted with an overload of radios. But she was able
Yeah.
to do everything with it. And then
3 hours
Brandon,
later.
Milwaukee pack out, the pack out.
and
boxes.
Brandon's story is amazing because that actually comes from Cliff. I think Cliff's call was KG5OPP. If you watched my video from a couple
Good call.
KI5OPP. If you watch this video from a couple of years ago, he brought a Milwaukee pack out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Brandon's dad was doing the same thing. Right after they left, they went to Home Depot, bought a pack out with Milwaukee to
Had a
build it,
sponsorship.
and then he ended up unfortunately he passed away. So Brandon, as a love letter to his dad, built everything. He had like one was just to have music, one he watches movies with, just
Yeah.
because
Started
it's got
before he got
computers
his
integrated with
license.
it. Before he
Yeah.
got his license,
Drive it
and
home.
he's a tech now, but he has full capability with everything there. But
Yeah.
check out Cliff's video. It's on my channel from a couple years ago. It's the Go Kid Challenge 2024 or 23, maybe 3 years ago.
It was
He had an amazing thing,
uh,
and he could drop that off and leave.
I've already
'Cause
got
he works with the telephone service.
I've already got it in my head, Eric, because it's a big open field there. They could set everyone up in the middle and say, all right, whoever wants to participate, get your go kit. We're standing in the middle, and they're going to go opposite directions, so the antennas have a little separation, and say, all right, go. First one to set up wins, whatever, right?
Yep.
I think that's cool, actually. The other suggestion I remember in a chat, I don't remember which one, someone suggested a QRP category, which could be interesting as well.
That'd be
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Like there was a QMX there for sure. I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I keep thinking of what new category we could add to that. And I brought that up when we interviewed them. I said, hey, how would you go about that? QRP is tough in North Texas.
Very
We got
tough.
a lot of flat lands here.
I don't think
but you
anyone
gotta,
would have
like-
made a QSO Saturday with the way the conditions are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Saturday and
did.
Sunday,
But he
or
was using
Saturday and
CW.
Friday, they just
VHF,
suck. I'm sorry.
UHF. I mean,
Oh,
granted, it was
CW.
only HF, but yeah, or
Yep.
CW.
yeah,
He's right. Colin
did
got it
with
on CW.
Yeah, Colin was making contacts with this little at 3.5 watts.
Colin was the knife winner, by the way.
Pretty cool.
Colin,
nice.
Colin is amazing. I've seen him run CW multiple times, and while we're having conversations, he logged like 45 more. It's like amazing. So
Well, let me go real quick to Sean because he's, I think, the only one I haven't gone to. Sean, tell us your story.
Okay. Sorry. The reason I had ham radio was actually storm racing. When I was going through high school, there was a guy. His daughter, me and her went to high school together. He had a truck, fine truck. It was a green GMC with a cover, and he had all kinds of things all over it. And he tried kind of get me into ham radio, but back then it was had to have the code. To about 2017, 2018 is when I actually started trying again, realized you didn't need a code. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it. So I got my ticket 2018, got really involved with the club here in Denton County and met Michael and a few other people, and they just kind of taken me along and got me, you gotta go get your general. You gotta get your general. I'm like, I just want to play on repeaters. Well, I went one day to wasn't field day, it was some other, I think it was like Parks on the Air or something. Anyways, Ham Radio was doing a thing out in Ray Roberts. I was like, I'm gonna go check it out, just hang out. And get out there, and Kate MRD is there, and Shane's there, and apparently Digital Rancher was there, Tank was there, and Jason just come up to me and goes, sit down there. So I'm sitting down with Mike, and he's like, hey, use the clubhouse call sign. And I'm talking to, it was Idaho and Montana. And I'm like, I'm hooked.
Yep.
So
same.
It's always
next year,
amazing.
Next year, I get my, and well, it wasn't next year. It was, COVID happened. And as soon as everything opened up, I found the first test I got. I was studying for my general, got in, got my first test with general, and that's kind of been that. Kind of got into social media through TikTok and live streaming.
Yeah, you've got a lot more on TikTok, right?
I do.
You've got a lot more content on TikTok, right? Before you started.
I do. Yeah, I do have more of a TikTok following. But and more of the storm chasing. I kind of shared a little bit of ham radio stuff too, but everybody's wanting to see other storms. And then came over here because Hamstop Scott, it's like, hey man, do a video on DV Switch with All-Star. Okay. So I managed to take, I don't have the phone with me right now, but basically on your phone, Android, using DV, and that was my very first video. And ever since I've been making videos and hung out with Michael and Paul, and Paul was like, hey, why don't you come? And I've been skyrocketing ever since. I say that I've only got 200 subs, but that's my story.
Rocket Man.
Everyone counts, man. Everyone counts.
Right.
Everyone counts, right?
Hey, Sean. Go ahead, Michael.
And where he's at is where I was at about the same time period, because I had a Facebook reminder thanking everybody when I hit 200 subs, and I thought it was so funny because Sean just hit 200. I think we were at Texas Roadhouse, weren't we?
We were Roadhouse.
And I discovered
month,
that it was about the same timing there. But Sean is the one that got me to set up a TikTok account. And what's funny about TikTok is I've done a few lives on TikTok since then because of Sean. He really twisted my arm to get on TikTok. I twisted his arm to get onto YouTube. And but now I'm on other people's channels on TikTok all the time. So a lot of ham radio channels there. So
yeah, it's
great community there. It's different than YouTube. It functions differently. They have different rules.
Oh, very much different.
But I appreciate Sean for really twisting my arm. I mean, to get onto there. So
but and and I'm kind of going back to a few things and finding out that there's more things in ham radio than I would have ever thought of. And thanks to Paul and Michael for bringing me up here, and now it's go.
Colin, our Australian friend, is rubbing it in. He has 404 subs and basically no ham content.
He needs at least one more sub. Isn't that an error message in Windows?
That is actually
ASMR video.
That is a server.
What did you say? ASMR? Who said ASMR videos? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Paul,
I'm a
Grouch,
ham. Cool.
I resisted. I resisted TikTok for a long time, but I've made some really good friends that I chat on daily now through TikTok.
Still resisting.
I don't like TikTok.
I never thought I'd YouTube.
Yeah.
Here I am. I spend more time on YouTube now than I do over there.
I've uninstalled TikTok twice off my phone because it takes up too much time. It sends you down rabbit holes that you wake it. You're like 3 a.m. You realize you've been awake.
Yeah,
but I will say this: I've
Yes.
posted a few little shorts on TikTok, and they get more views a lot quicker than YouTube. So,
right.
There's something to
I
it.
agree with
The
that.
15-second attention spans.
That's all they want.
But,
Yeah.
but and YouTube's trying to pick up on TikTok stuff. So if you do vertical
Yeah.
lives on YouTube, you can doom scroll through that as well, just like TikTok does. But that's how you discover people sometimes. And I'm telling you, I have friends in Georgia, friends in California and stuff that we interact, and we've gone on Discord and chat even heavier now. And you know, I put my call sign out, and some of the TikTokers, they hear my call sign, they jump on and want to talk to me on the HF. You know, it's pretty amazing. But
Michael,
like I said, I'm not big on TikTok. I only have like 160 people following me there. But
Michael,
but it's
you
been
said you
fun.
have friends in California. I'm from California, and I wouldn't even admit I have
I'm not
friends in
counting you.
California. Come
We
on,
friends.
Frank, we don't count you.
I said from California, not living in California.
The farthest
I
away
said
I'll
that.
ever admit to going is Arizona. Okay, I'll say Arizona all day long.
How
Sorry,
about
Frank,
Nevada?
California don't
Nevada
count
too. Yeah.
Frank, I love you, but she's cuter. So
I do.
Okay.
I gotta say something real quick because I had a conversation with another friend about Frank, and I gotta say
about
Frank.
me?
Well, I mean, briefly, it wasn't
talk
like we were
about you all
thinking
the
about,
time.
thinking about getting under covers with you or something weird, but
You already said it now. You let the cat out of the bag.
now that everyone's got that,
wait, hit the
now
sound.
everyone's-
Hit the sound. Hit the sound.
Dude, you don't want to get under those covers. You should. Jesus.
Right?
No, here, first of all, Frank, a lot of people joke about Frank, right? And he is probably the best sport. He's better than me at taking jabs. And so he kind of makes himself an easy target. But I told this friend, I said, well, he likes the attention, but Frank is great. Frank is on most streams, you'll notice, for those of you who've seen other streams, right? Hamp Crash Course and others. He's in the background doing links and doing this and doing that. He does a lot. So,
Yeah.
so he's great, but he's also a good target. He, from what I can see, he's okay with it. So he's a good sport.
Oh, absolutely.
He does create a
He's a
target
great
with fire.
backdoor man.
Yeah.
But
maybe we call him something different. You know? Maybe we find better names.
Okay, Frank, I'm not gonna publish what we're not gonna put up what Amtrak said on there.
no,
I can't
no,
get it
no,
up.
no. Go
It's
as
just-
long as Paul's good. Go for
it's
it.
so-
That's hilarious.
Oh man, Eric, between you and I
Some
think
posts
Paul-
we don't put on the screen.
YouTube, he's not putting him out as much.
Yeah, well, I've got to restructure my OBS all over, so I've only
Yeah,
got
we're
a few left.
gonna be having some fun here.
Oh man.
That's only part of
And we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this is definitely this is probably going to be the best stream of the month every month.
So let me
Right.
let me say this
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm having fun.
before I forget.
Okay.
We've
Pop
got
up
people.
Hollywood's comment. That's hilarious.
Oh, what did I miss? Oh, there.
Orchard CW.
That is awesome, Hollywood.
What's the sign? What's the universal sign language for distress?
I think it's this,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so
Or
exactly
that, whatever.
Let me say something real quick.
Oh.
Even though I know I just spent 2 minutes talking already. Everyone's on different channels, watching all of our channels. So here's something I just thought to ask is contact the channel that you're watching and give them some feedback on tonight. Okay.
Please do.
That's all I ask. Just give us some feedback.
Or just throw a comment down there.
Yeah.
There you go. Put it in chat.
So
Yeah.
it can be in chat, Discord, DMs, email, if you have their whatever. We'd like to get some feedback on this because we want to do this every fourth Sunday live stream, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, and that's as far over in time zones we go. We don't go any further west. Sorry,
6:30 Pacific. 6:30 Pacific.
No, nobody west of Central Time matters what time they're on.
That's right.
Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out.
Get up out of bed.
If I didn't say it, I probably would have forgotten.
Or like Colin said,
we-
give the stream a like.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
but you know,
don't
we got to
forget
remember
kittens
Hawaii
and
time.
likes and all that.
And
Any
we'll have
negative comments, direct them to Frank's channel.
yeah, right to Frank.
No, no.
AG6 NLW,
All-
Ham Radio Wilderness.
All negative comments go to kmrd@icloud.com.
There you go.
Yeah,
You can submit
And
them
going-
at kmrdiswrong.com.
Yes.
Going forward, we'll most likely have a topic of the night. We'll still, Ragchew and chat and all that, but there'll be a topic forward. I just wanted tonight to kind of be an
William
intro to
liked
everybody.
William
Go ahead.
likes your new mic, Paul. William KJ5FTT
Oh,
likes your new mic.
I see it. What is that comment? Yeah, that counts. I like that. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
It's thanks to Jimmy. Jimmy's the one there in chat. Jimmy is the one that got me on it.
Well, Andy Kelly said it's been great fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and
I
I
feel
have
like I need to make my mic red or match my shirt or
Yeah.
what I'm wearing.
Like, I need to go get a
Oh,
blue
yeah.
one.
And,
maybe
I'm still using the.
maybe get a green one.
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
know.
you have color coded mics.
well, I was going to return the green because I was talking before the chat. I was going to return the green because
Yeah, green.
everything's white and it just looks weird if you see the whole thing. That just looks weird to me.
So
like
real
emo,
quick,
gray,
Michael, Sean, and Paul, the one that you shared the story about their dad, they're in chat right now. B Wells 9881.
Yeah,
Brandon.
Brandon's
so,
there. Cool. Hey, Brandon's there.
Dude,
Yeah.
I really don't like to plug my video over everybody else's, but please watch that and watch his video. He's the one with.
What did you just say?
Watch the video. Okay. Reset.
Yes, exactly.
He's got a great.
Foot and mouth.
Feel violated. Just saying.
He's got a great story about his dad.
Yeah. Check out
He's
Michael's.
got a great story.
yeah.
Just watch that portion of the video. You can give me a thumbs down, whatever, but watch that portion of the video because that one hit me pretty hard when he told the story.
Yeah,
So
I caught it on Paul's. I watched your live stream, Paul, but rewatched
Yeah.
our team replay.
Yeah, there
or
was-
whatever, but, it was
he-
a great portion of the.
Those kind of
So,
stories are awesome.
that was awesome, Brandon.
And maybe none of my 4 boys are getting into ham radio. Maybe they will after I die. Maybe I got to die for them to do it.
That's kind of what I thought about my son.
And he passed
here-
away, and I picked
my
up his
daughter
pod
is
mic,
better
and I
take it.
started. I continued his YouTube channel. And this is
Oh no, I don't want my daughter carrying on this. This train wreck.
And
No, my daughter got her ticket. She literally
Awesome,
surprised
man.
me. But I mean, Todd knows. I mean, she's actually shamed Todd in terms of in
Todd?
general, getting in front of a radio. I mean, Todd
What?
can tell the story.
Yeah,
She
she's got a
should.
video with you, hasn't she?
As she should.
Yeah, it was field day, and I'm trying to work this pile up, nothing for like an hour, and she comes in, let me try, and does it one time.
That's
Gets
it.
That
Wow.
was it.
Wild
And then-
voice, man.
And then we can go back to Eric and how he cheats because on his
No,
Poda
we don't need
radio,
to go back to Eric. She's my
he has
daughter.
her. He has her calling out CQ when he
You
can't
know-
make contacts, and he hits the play button, and
Hey,
there it
I'm
goes.
gonna
So,
do-
so Todd, I kind of the video, Paul, that we were with the CW folks that we had on.
Mhm.
Paul
I'm ready to do well.
mentioned this. I'm going to record my great niece's voices when I push the button to call out CQ, and I'll come back on with my voice when they call out my name. So
At some point, I'm
Because
gonna
that really
have
works
my
so
wife do
well.
it. I'm gonna have my wife's voice recorded on it,
So,
and I learned that on a contest. I'm trying to get through, and then I hear a female voice,
No, let me
and
let me
and
tell
they
you.
immediately went to the female voice for the calling the call sign, right? But when he called the call sign, guess what voice came back to make the QSO? It was a man.
yours.
Yeah.
So
Let
I
me
was
tell you the
I-
story, and Todd
All
will
right, all right.
confirm this. Is literally I pressed that button when we were activating together in a Poda, and the guy came back. He's like, "Where'd the girl go?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What girl are you talking about?" He's just like, "I heard a girl's voice calling CQ
Oh
Poda."
my
I was like,
gosh!
Oh, yeah. Then Todd had to explain the
Creeper.
situation. So
I
it's a
I
break
was
glass
I was
thing.
I was
That's
volunteering
hilarious.
for the SciTech Center, and they had all the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts come out for Joe to jamboree on the air, and I had this young lady calling out. We had a event called K5J, and she kept calling it out. I'm the new ham, and I didn't realize that. And he was asking for the YL station. I'm like, well, that's not our call. And all of a sudden he said, I want K5J special event call to respond to me. He had the most massive pile-up, and I figured out where he was. He was in St. Helena's Island.
That's why.
Like very, and so she froze up and didn't talk. So I ended up talking to him for like 20, 30 minutes. He just shut the pile-up down. He was done contesting. He wanted to just talk to us and learn what we were doing here in North Texas. And that's just one of my coolest things. But if it was me calling out for him, I would never have got to speak with him. Bruce Salt is his name.
Ronnie,
it's one of those memories.
False advertising.
Ronnie,
but she
false
freaked out,
advertising.
and I told him she's freaking out. She is sitting here with me, but she's got mic fright. When she realized she just got heard around the world.
Now,
So,
Bill's got
cool.
it right. Bill,
Yeah.
don't throw Bill's comment up there. That is true.
Yep.
On our Brew and Activate, we did talk about fooling around with your EQ, and you can actually make your voice sound higher for sure. Not like female higher, but like definitely like get rid of the bass and the mid.
I know on this-
range to be able to get out through the pile.
I forgot the number of it. The whatever this mic is for my 101, the M90D. On the bottom, you just flip a switch. It gets rid of the lows. It cuts the lows. I don't know what that does. I've never heard it, but
Well, if you're a pilot, I'm not a pilot. My brother was, but man, female air traffic controllers were so much easier to understand
news.
than male.
let me ask this
So,
real quick, Eric.
Eric.
What's the age range? You don't even give me a specific age if you don't want to, but what's her age range? What generation?
My daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, she's 24.
Okay, that makes sense because I think the girls in that, because I've got two 20-somethings, and I think I've seen from friends with daughters that it seems like the girls of that generation are more driven than the guys, from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, 100%. I
very
very
much
kind of
so.
that way to be fearless.
Eric, didn't she do it for? She was at field day and she had fun, and then didn't she do it like to surprise you for your birthday or something?
So yeah, so she basically came to field day and hung out, and her friend, she brought her girlfriend with her, and they had fun playing on radios and hanging out with the old guys, and they had great memories. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get my ticket, and her friend was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my ticket. Her friend never got her ticket. And lo and behold, like one day she comes up to me and she's like, hey, I got this. And I'm like, what's this? And she's like, it's my call sign. And I'm like, you what? And so she went out and got her call sign on a weekend and, passed it without any prior studying. So it was pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Fault's getting in the way now. So
While the
Is she
whole
what?
EQ settings are good, sometimes you just can't beat CQ perks on the air.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, if you
Frank-
get tortoise, I don't have it. Sorry, I can't play that audio file.
I'll tell you what. So speaking of
Oh,
TikTok,
actually, wait a minute. Maybe I can.
Easiest way
There
to
we
do
go.
it.
There we go. This is it. I found it.
November 3, Mike Foxtrot, Unicorn, CQ, Sigabota, with everyone where you are. CQ,
He's gonna kill me.
CQ, Sigabota, over.
I remember that one.
Wow.
that's
That was
great.
not edited. I didn't change that. That was his
That was
actual
funny.
voice.
Well, he did that at
I-
Near.
I-
we
I
didn't
love
believe
it.
it until he did it at Nearfest. Let's hear it, and he did it. Yeah, it's that.
Because
That's
you
spot
can
on.
literally go from this to talking like this and be absolutely fine the whole time and never change anything at all.
You've never called
On the
CQ
radio.
Photo like that, Frank.
I bet you.
I have.
No,
I
you
have
haven't.
done
I
that.
don't. No audio. Prove the audio.
Prove it.
Didn't
Where's
have
the
it.
video?
Video or did it happen?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I just did it live for you all, so
I know you're close to Las Vegas, but in essence, know the rule.
Look at
I'm
Colin's
closer
post
to
Yeah, I was
San
gonna say,
Francisco
Colin-
than I am
Collins
Vegas.
want to know if you got the heels
Here's
on.
another cow.
right there. Right here, Colin has it.
Right. Oh gosh.
That's hilarious.
I won't
Now-
say
I mean-
the favorite part of San Francisco for me, but it's the loin.
Grouch, you did post something, but Shannon did offer to say that if she would pay, if someone paid her $25, she would record your call
There
in a
you go.
custom YL voice and send it to you.
There you go.
I'm sure
She
you
needs,
get a discount too, but
she needs to get
Yeah,
that
I
out
was gonna
there.
Yeah.
Did she put that on Etsy or something? Like, just this is what I
well,
do.
I don't know about that. If it gets popular enough, but if you want a custom YL recorded CQ POTA in a YL's voice with your call, email casey1oht@gmail.com and tell her I sent you.
Awesome.
Frank, you're upset.
Interstellar. Frank, you're
Is
upsetting
there an
my
affiliate
cats.
link for there, Eric?
Yeah.
Is there a link? No
Yeah.
link yet. We're working on
N1JUR for a 10% discount.
that. no. Charge me more.
Yeah, Eric has to pay the discount.
Right.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, we're about an hour and a half, guys. 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys have anything else you want to bring up?
No. Dude,
So
I'm liking
good.
what we're having. Fun.
I think
Yeah, this
it was
was
a good
fun.
night tonight.
Yeah, it's been fun.
That's a lot of fun.
It was definitely a good night.
I'll
Yeah,
just
it was a
mention
lot of
this.
fun.
I
I
don't.
enjoyed
Your Jim story.
What's that? Hold on. Someone's cutting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my origin story. I'm like, what is he saying? I think you were cutting out a little bit there.
I thought you said
that's true.
Oregon
Let me
story.
say it real quick. My Oregon Trail story. Well, I died of dysentery.
Terry, yeah, exactly.
Oh
Right.
man.
Leave Terry alone.
Those who know, who know.
Yeah.
So,
I love that one, man.
Stupid does.
Stupid does. I'll make it quick because we're already at 90 minutes. So let's see. After 9/11, I'm in the airline industry. After 9/11, I thought I don't want to be in this industry anymore. When you watch, I knew a few of the people, on the planes.
You didn't want to stay in the airline industry?
No, can you imagine that?
I know.
So I thought I got to get out. And I went back to school, got a couple degrees in emergency management, Homeland Security, and I was going to move to FEMA, kind of job position move, kind of a thing.
Came TSA.
Well, not TSA because you got to start at the bottom with them. 'Cause my nephew works there, and he goes, "You can't just go in with a master's degree and make $100,000. You start at $45,000 as a scanner, patting down 95-year-old women."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody's gotta have hobbies.
Anyway, so as I was started, I became a CERT trainer, and about halfway into my master's, it's talking about communication, and ham radio came up or something. I think they were given the 9/11 example, how ham radio was used to communicate after 9/11. And I thought, well, maybe I need to learn about this. I probably should look into this. I went to a local club, the Colony K5LRK club meeting, which was at, I think it was at a Legion. What was the building there? One of the Legion Hall buildings, I think, or something like that. And
DFW.
yeah, Silent Key Lee Norup, who,
Oh, good Lee.
man, I sure miss him.
I do miss Lee.
Yeah.
He was doing the presentation, and it was on portable power, lighting, and all that. I was just blown away. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. So anyway, got my technician. 6 months later, got my general, and 2 years later, got my extra because I hate restrictions, especially if it's a restriction by the government. And that's kind of I'm still working for the airline. I've never changed. My job gives me a lot of days off to do other things, do hobbies, do the things I do. So I volunteer a lot. I run MCOM now for my church in Texas and Oklahoma. We do weekly NVIS nets. I've helped at Little Elm Emergency Management. I don't as much now as I used to teach CERT because of my schedule. I can't do it as often as I used to. But it's become something I never thought I would get into, but it's become, I mean, you can see in my background picture, this is what it's become. So, Paul, dang it.
Paul had to drop it.
The good thing is I don't have it because I turned it down a little bit. It's not blowing my eardrums out. Thank you, brother. You're awesome, man. So here I am. Michael got me into YouTube. I remember he was doing something and he says, you should do this. And I remember saying something to the effect of, why another YouTube channel? There's plenty of YouTube channels. We don't need another YouTube channel. But here I am. So
boy, were they wrong.
Yep. I enjoy it. I'm glad I can have groups like this and get to know guys. Watch. I don't know if they'll ever accept it. I've sent 2 articles in. Well, one's being sent next week to QST, and one of them is about the YouTube community. So we'll see if they accept it and publish it. But I love it. I love having a group like this that comes on and we get to know each other more and more, and eventually meet people like Ragchew and I have met. Even though he doesn't live in Texas. I love all this. The ham fairs, the more expos, and I just keep meeting more and more guys, and I'm glad that I've done it. My original to go way back, my original knowledge of ham radio was I hated it because my dad's sister lived next door to us, and her husband, so my uncle, had a probably, I'm guessing, 50-foot tower with a Yagi. And I didn't know. But every Saturday morning, now I know what he was doing. He was contesting. Every Saturday morning when I'm trying to watch Super Friends on the cartoons and Saturday morning, I would hear this destroying my cartoons. So I hated what that antenna was doing, and I had no idea what it was. But now here I am. I love it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Right?
Yeah, can't do it here in an HOA, but someday we'll see.
So just to let y'all know, Sean, WW5JD, got a membership. Matthew, KD9WSD. HR4NT got a membership. Lucas Webster, K9RFL. And Wool Bioj. Is that right?
Did you say Bulge?
WOLBEOJ.
Bioj. You know what I need to give now, though, which I haven't done, and I appreciate this. Go ahead.
HR4NT is ham radio for non-techies, for those that don't know. Scott has a channel, although he's been pretty busy doing other stuff.
I failed to do this tonight anytime I get super chats or memberships. So here's to everyone who's supported the channel.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
I appreciate it, everybody. I got a fly on me for some reason. Someone's got the door open.
The fly appreciates you.
Yeah.
So we're going to shove as much as we can up in there. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Everybody knows who that is, right? Do I not have to recite?
Yep. No, we're good. We're good.
I love Kevin. Great guy.
I do too. He's great.
Well, normally I do an outro. I'm not going to do it this time. So I've told him already that I'll work on another outro another time for the combined group. But anyway, give us all your feedback at the respective channels and let us know what you like and didn't like, and we'll go forward. So next month we'll run it from Live Free and Ham's streaming platform, and we'll see what they bring, and we can have a fun live stream on the 4th Sunday. Oh, geez.
Erecting that big, hard, stiff black mask.
It's funny how many you've got of Mike. Actually, it's hilarious. So thanks, everybody.
Are you have challenges getting it up in a park? I've got the solution just for you.
Mike actually sent that to me.
Okay, Paul, I need to do some upgrades now.
I'll show you. If you guys want to know how to do that, I'll show you how to do it. It's really easy.
That's awesome. All right. Well, for me, it's a 73 to everybody. So
yes, you can.
73, everybody.
You all can say your goodbyes.
77.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.